3, 2, 1, record. Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Joe Hurst coming at you with another video. This is my 2014 Mustang GT Track Pack. I've done some videos on it before, and as you know, I list all the mods and everything I have on it there. So this is just kind of going to go over my top 5 things that I actually love about my car. I love everything about my car, but this is the top 5. I'll do the top 5 things I hate, which is going to be really hard for me to do because there's absolutely nothing I hate about my car, so I'm really going to have to split hairs on that one. But everything has a pro and con, and I'll go over those. But anyways, if you just want to give a walk around, we'll take a look at it. But like I said, I have another video that actually states everything that I've done to it since I've owned the car. But once again, this is a top 5 of everything I love about my car. So just get a quick walk around real quick. For people that are new to the channel, it's a big help if you like and subscribe, and more videos will be coming in the future. But right now, I have an intro to my car, and this is kind of like I said, top 5 things that I absolutely love. So anyways, the first thing that I love about my car is the most obvious thing, is the styling. I don't think that there's any modern Mustangs that quite nail the essence of what a Mustang is better than the 197. More particularly, the 2013-14 Mustangs. I think they nailed it perfectly. I love the 10 to 11s. Don't like the 10 motor because it's the old 3-valve. Good sturdy motor, but this is the 5.0, which came out in 2011, and they revamped it for 2013, added 8 extra horsepower, and obviously in 2015 they went to the S550 platform, and they're good in their own right. Far departure from what a Mustang is, but I just think this captures the true essence of what a Mustang, is. So anyways, that's my first thing that I absolutely love about my car, is the styling. The next is obviously the power. These cars in stock form can keep up with most everything on the road. They respond very, very well to power, kind of like the 03, 04 Cobras back in the day. You get a smaller pulley, small little things like headers and everything. You tune them, and you're busting out gobs of horsepower. And Coyote motor is kind of the same thing. Now, this is the Gen 1 Coyote, so it has its weak points, being the oil pump gears. That's one thing that a lot of people like to replace on those, and if you're going to do boost, that's something that you really do want to replace. So let's see, yeah, styling would be number 2. And another thing that I love that's kind of controversial with a lot of people is actually the interior. And you can go ahead and get a shot in there. And a lot of people, like I said, they didn't really like the Mustang's interior until that 2015 model came out, and they really refined it in 2015. But having said that, this still has a lot of soft touch, has its hard plastic, but let's be honest, you don't get a Mustang for its interior. You get it for its power, you get it for its styling, and then you get it going on to my number 3 is the sound. The sound for these 5.0s is some of the best sounding Mustangs you'll ever hear, hands down. Mustangs in general, out of all the V8 cars, your Dodges, your Camaros, unless you add a nice cam to your Dodge or Camaro, these just make the best sound. I think most people can agree on that, even the people that are die-hard Mopar or Chevy, which I'm for all cars. I just happen to love Mustang. It happens to be at the top of the hill for me. It's the most customizable car there is in the world. But yeah, like I said, that would be my number 3, I believe I said, was the interior. So yeah, I do want the Recaro seats, but these seats, the stock leather ones, they actually hold you in very comfortably. So I have no problems with the interior whatsoever. So having said that, that moves me on to my number 4. That would be number 4. I got my daughter behind the camera, so that's who I'm talking to, everyone. So if you want to go ahead behind there, Kaylee, I'll go ahead and give it a start. And keep in mind that we've been driving around, so this isn't a cold start. I do have a cold start in some of my videos, but this is actually just kind of, revving it. I don't know how well it's going to capture it on an iPhone. But like I said, I'm new to this. Editing, higher production value will come along later, but this is just giving an intro to my top 5 that I love. again, I don't know how well that captured it on video, but to me, these just are the best sounding Mustangs. And as you know from my other video, I am running a straight pipe, but even in stock form, quiet, but they sound good right out of the factory. So there's, you know, there's that. And now to my number 5, which I'm kind of doing this video on the fly, so it's a little bit, you know, hard to kind of come across because I absolutely love everything about it. So what do I got, Case? So far, I got the styling, I got the horsepower, got the interior, and I got the sound. And the next, which this kind of is a hit or miss, is I'm on full BMR suspension. And once again, this is kind of a video slash my top 5 things, meaning pertaining to my car. So this has full BMR suspension, so the ride quality is, I think, is awesome. I mean, it's obviously not going to be as good as an S550 is, as those are independent rear suspension. This is the last year for the solid rear axle, meaning the 2014 GT500, your GTs, even the V6, they're all solid rear axles. So it's kind of the end of an era because everything's going to independent rear suspension, which you got to keep up with the times. I understand that, but you know, as far as a purist, I would say is my number 5 is the ride quality. I have no issues in this. Like I said, having the full BMR, my drive quality is going to be different as opposed to a base GT with no mods. But like I said, I go over a bump in this, and yeah, like I said, from independent rear suspension, it's going to pull you a little. It's not going to be as planted, but with the upgrades that I have, that's actually, you know, it actually works very well for me. But yeah, like I said, those are my top 5 things I love about my S197, my 2014 Mustang GT Track Pack. And once again, you can find other videos under my channel that will talk a little bit more about everything that I have done to the car. If you haven't seen those, if this is your first time stopping by, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. That's really going to help me out a lot. I really plan to make this channel grow, and this is going to be the forefront of everything in my channel. And like I said, on a little side note, as far as styling, the first thing that I actually said that I love about this car, this is a personal opinion of mine. Some people agree, some people don't, but once again, that's what it comes down to being personal. I truly believe that S197 is the best generation of Mustang. There's so many different options out there, more particularly the 1314. They captured it, they went out with a bang, and it holds to this day. You see other Mustangs, you see a ton of S550s. You don't really see much of these anymore because everyone's buying the new one for the power and stuff. Obviously, they're more powerful. Obviously, they have better internals. But this right here, you can get them pretty cheap, and modding them actually comes real easy. There's a ton of stuff on the market for them. So yeah, my favorite generation is obviously the S197, particularly the 1314. Then I like the body styles of the 10 to the 12s. And then I'm a big fan of SN95s, which is your new edges, and you know, your 94 to 98. So those ones are pretty awesome. I will go into another video about particular my favorite Mustangs and why. The classic Mustangs, they're in a class of their own, so I'm not even going to put them on that list. But once again, this is my top 5 things that I like. If you know, my top personal things that I love about my car, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on the whole thing, what you love about the S197, because I'm sure that's why you're here, why you're taking a look, is like I said, you're a fan of the body style yourself, and I hear more positives than I hear negatives. But once again, this is my 2014 Mustang GT Track Pack, and those were my top 5 things I love about my car. Give it a week or two, I'm going to do the top 5 things that I hate, which hate is actually a really strong word because there's absolutely nothing I hate about my car, but I'm actually going to do a top 5. I'm going to be splitting hairs here about things about my personal car, not about in general, but my personal car that I don't really like, things that kind of stuck out to me that I'm just kind of blah about. But other than that, hate is a strong word. I never like to use that word for people, and I don't like to use it for my car. But yeah, so let's say top 5 things that I dislike. Let's do that. Hate is a strong word. We don't use that around here. So anyways, hope to see you guys in the next video. Like I said, if you could drop a comment and subscribe, that helps me out a lot. Other than that, peace.